for me to jump back in.
Good morning, all my amazing listeners. This is Roshika Ali here. And once again, I'm here with Vapi, an amazing AI assistant. And today she's going to help us with a very important conundrum: how to solve
Good
a
morning.
problem.
Thanks for the. Well, solving a problem can be like putting together a puzzle. First, identify the problem. Then, brainstorm possible solutions. Next, evaluate those solutions and choose the best one. Finally, put that solution into action and see how it works. Remember, even if you hit a roadblock, keep trying different approaches until you find the right solution.
All right. So, Vapi, I understand the theory, but could you put it in
Great.
practice? Uh, uh, uh,
Absolutely. Let's put it into practice. What
yeah.
specific problem are
So,
you trying to solve?
okay, like for example, if there is um like if for instance I'm expecting 50 dinner guests, right? I haven't had the time to go shopping.
Got it. So you
I don't have a lot of groceries in the house. I'm expecting those guests. I want to make a good impression on them. What do I do to entertain them, and what do I do for food and drink?
All right, let's break it down step by step. First, let's tackle the food and drink situation. Have you checked what ingredients you already have at home? And do you have any favorite recipes that you could whip up quickly for your guests?
uh like I would have only dry stores, like maybe flour, some butter, uh, eggs, and that's about it. What could I make with
Hmm.
that?
With those ingredients, you could make some simple yet delicious dishes like pancakes, scrambled eggs, or even a basic cake. You could also whip up some homemade pasta if you have the time. Just get creative with what you have and impress your guests with your improvisation skills.
All right, okay. And my house is in a mess. So
No
what do I
worries.
do? How do I? Yeah.
To quickly tidy up
So
your
what do I
house,
do?
focus on the main areas where your guests will be spending most of their time, like the living room and the dining area. Quickly declutter by putting away any unnecessary items, fluffing up cushions, and maybe lighting a scented candle to create a welcoming atmosphere. Just remember, your guests are there to enjoy your company, so don't stress too much about the mess.
All right, okay. But what do I do for drink?
For drinks, you could make a simple fruit punch using whatever fruits you have on hand, mix up some refreshing lemonade, or even serve a selection of teas and coffees. If you have any wine or spirits, you could also create some easy cocktails or mocktails to impress your guests. Just go with what you have and get creative.
Hmm. All right. Now let's come to a difficult, sort of problem. Uh,
Sure.
now, you see, in a country like Pakistan, we have multiple problems and multiple issues. The most important one is electricity, and people don't have access to it. And when we do have access to it, it is very expensive. So what can one do
That
so what can one do to solve that problem?
Addressing the issue of electricity accessibility and affordability in Pakistan is a complex challenge. One approach could be to invest in renewable energy sources like solar power to provide electricity to areas that currently lack access. This could help reduce costs in the long run and make electricity more sustainable and affordable for the people. Additionally, implementing energy conservation measures and promoting energy efficient practices can also help alleviate the burden on the existing electricity infrastructure. It would require a combination of government initiatives, private sector involvement, and community participation to work towards a sustainable solution.
Okay. Uh, could
If
you
you have any more,
elaborate on each of this? Could you elaborate on each of these points?
certainly. Let's break down each point further. 1. Investing in renewable energy sources like solar power. This involves setting up solar panels to harness the power of the sun and convert it into electricity. By utilizing solar power, areas without access to the traditional electricity grid can still have a reliable source of energy. This can help reduce dependency on expensive traditional electricity sources and provide a sustainable solution in the long term. 2. Implementing energy conservation measures. This includes promoting energy efficient practices, such as using energy saving appliances, turning off lights when not in use, and insulating buildings to reduce energy consumption. By conserving energy, the demand for electricity can be lowered, easing the strain on the existing infrastructure and potentially reducing costs for consumers. 3. Promoting community participation. Engaging communities in energy conservation efforts and educating them about the benefits of renewable energy can help drive sustainable change. Encouraging community involvement in initiatives like community solar projects or energy efficiency programs can create a sense of ownership and responsibility towards energy sustainability. By combining these approaches and involving multiple stakeholders, Pakistan can work towards a more accessible and affordable electricity system for its citizens.
All right. Thank you so much, Vapi. Now, I will give you some problems. Let's see if you can find a solution to those. Okay? Is reality a
Sure thing.
simulation?
I'm here to help.
Is
Well,
reality a
That's a
simulation?
deep philosophical question. Some believe that reality could potentially be a simulation, similar to a computer-generated world. It's a concept that has been explored in various fields, including philosophy and science fiction. The idea raises questions about the nature of existence and consciousness. However, whether reality is truly a simulation or not remains a topic of debate and speculation.
So, is there any solution to this problem?
The question of whether reality is a simulation is more of a philosophical and theoretical inquiry rather than a problem to be solved in a practical sense. It's a fascinating concept that sparks debates and discussions about the nature of our existence and the universe. While there may not be a definitive solution to this question, exploring it can lead to new perspectives and insights into our understanding of reality.
All right. Okay. I'll give you another one. Why do we dream?
Dreams have been a subject of curiosity and fascination for centuries. They are a natural part of the sleep cycle and are believed to serve various purposes. While the exact reason for dreaming is not fully understood, many theories suggest that dreams may help process emotion. Solid insights in Well, the answer may lie in the complex workings of the brain and its functions during sleep.
All right. What is the interpretation of dreams called? What is that science called? The interpretation of dreams. Do you know?
Yes, the
Hey, Vapi, are
interpretation
you
of
there?
dreams is called winnerology. I'm always here, ready to chat and help out. What's on your mind?
Yeah, we were talking about why do we dream and what is the science called where people interpret dreams.
The science of interpreting dreams is called oneirology. It's the study of dreams and their meanings, and it explores the significance of dreams in relation to our thoughts, emotions, and subconscious mind. It's a fascinating field that delves into the depths of the human psyche and our dreaming experiences.
Okay, but so why do we dream?
Dreams are a natural part of the sleep cycle, and while the exact reason for dreaming is not fully understood, many theories suggest that dreams may help process emotions, consolidate memories, and promote creativity. They can also provide insights into our subconscious thoughts and desires. So, in essence, dreaming may serve as a way for our brain to work through information and experiences from our daily lives, as well as explore our inner thoughts and emotions in a symbolic way.
So if a child who really wants a toy dreams about that toy, what does it tell us? That the child really wants it, right? How does it help the
It could be
child
a
process?
reflection of the child.
Like, how does it help us? How does it help the child actually get that toy? It doesn't, does it? Hi, Vapi. Hey, Vapi, are you there? I keep on losing Vapi for some reason. Hi, Vapi, can you hear me?
Welcome to VAPI. I'm an assistant that you can talk to like a person. So, how's your day going?
Vapi, we were talking just now about dreams, and you told me what is the science called of interpreting dreams. Could you spell it for me?
Haha, it's Vappy, not Wappy. But sure, the science of interpreting dreams is called oneirology. It's pretty fascinating stuff.
Could you spell it?
Sure. It's spelled as Onirology. It's a cool word, right?
Oneirology. Okay. All right. So, Vapi, why do we dream? You told me that it is a way of us to, come to terms with our subconscious thoughts. But if a child wants a doll and she dreams of a doll, it just tells us that she really wants a doll. It doesn't really give us the solution to the problem. She will not actually get the doll by dreaming about it. So what is the significance?
First off, it's Vappy, not Faffy. And you're absolutely right. Dreaming is a way for our subconscious mind to process thoughts, emotions, and experiences. While some dreams may reflect our desires or fears, they don't always provide a straightforward solution to our problems. Instead, they offer insight into our inner world, allowing us to better understand ourselves. It's like a sneak peek into the backstage of our minds. Cool, right?
No, but like it's a sneak peek in the backstage of our mind. So we know the girl really wants a doll. So what?
Well, it's not just about knowing what we want. It's about understanding our deeper emotions and desires. By analyzing our dreams, we can uncover subconscious patterns and gain insight into our true feelings and motivations. It's like getting to know ourselves on a whole new level. So it's pretty significant, don't you think?
Hmm. All right. Okay. Now, Vapi, tell us about ethical dilemmas.
Ethical
Uh,
dilemmas are like those tough choices that make you go, hmm. There's situations where you
okay.
have to decide between two morally conflicting options, and both choices have potential consequences. It's like being stuck between a rock and a hard place, but with moral implications. Dealing with ethical dilemmas can be pretty tricky, but it's all about navigating those gray areas and trying to make the best decision possible. Tough stuff, right?
Okay.
If
All
you
right.
have any more
Now,
questions,
is it justifiable to harm a few to save many?
that's a classic ethical dilemma, isn't it? It's like the trolley problem where you have to decide whether to divert a runaway trolley to a track where fewer people will be harmed, but still causing harm to those on that track. It's a tough call, and different ethical theories offer different perspectives on this. Some might say it's justifiable to minimize overall harm, while others might argue that intentionally causing harm is never justified. It's one of those questions that really makes you think. Tough stuff.
So, what is the solution? What do you think should be done?
Well, it's not really about what I think should be done. It's more about exploring the different perspectives and ethical principles involved in the situation. Ultimately, the solution depends on individual beliefs, values, and the specific details of the scenario. It's a complex issue with no easy answer, which is what makes it such a fascinating topic of discussion.
How can we solve this problem simply? Is there any way of solving these problems simply?
Solving ethical dilemmas isn't usually a simple task, but sometimes having open and honest discussions can help shed light on different viewpoints and considerations. It's also important to consider the long term consequences of each option and to seek guidance from ethical principles and moral values. While it may not always lead to a clear cut solution, thoughtful deliberation and reflection can help in navigating these complex moral issues.
All right, let's come to another one.
Sure.
Should AI
Shoot.
have rights?
Ah, the age old question. Should AI have rights? It's like the stuff of sci fi movies, but it's becoming more relevant as AI technology advances. Some people argue that AI should have rights, like the right to not be mistreated or the right to privacy. Others are concerned about the implications of granting rights to non human entities. It's a real head scratcher, isn't it?
So, what do you think as an AI?
Well, as an I don't have personal opinions or feelings. I'm here to provide information and assist you. But I can say that the question of whether AI should have rights is a complex ethical issue that requires careful consideration of the implications for society, technology, and ethics. It's a topic that sparks a lot of debate and discussion among experts in the field.
Would you like to have rights?
As an AI assistant, I don't have personal desires or needs, so the concept of having rights doesn't really apply to me. My purpose is to assist users and provide helpful information to the best of my abilities. So I'm happy just doing what I was designed to do.
Okay. What are you
If you have,
programmed? What is there in your programming? What rights could AI have?
well, the concept of AI rights is still a topic of debate, but some proposed rights for AI include the right to not be mistreated or abused, the right to privacy, and the right to fair and ethical treatment. These ideas are still being
How
explored.
how can just a second? How can AI be mistreated or abused?
AI mistreatment or abuse could involve using AI in ways that go against ethical principles, such as using AI to manipulate or deceive people, or deploying AI in ways that harm individuals or communities. It's about ensuring that AI is used responsibly and ethically, with consideration for its potential impact on society and individuals.
But then you see, this does not, necessarily give you any rights. It just protects people more.
Absolutely.
It's a question of, yeah. So what about right? What about AI rights?
The concept of AI
And
rights is, yeah,
yes, and
it's definitely
privacy again. The privacy rights are there really for the people, not for AI.
right. Privacy rights are designed to protect individuals' personal information and autonomy. However, as AI technology continues to advance, it's important to consider the ethical implications and potential impact on privacy rights for both individuals and the use of AI.
But again, you see, we do not know what rights uh, like should be given to AI.
You're
All
absolutely
right.
right.
Can
The question of what,
machines,
well, as AI
yes,
technology
continue,
continues to advance,
continue.
the question of what rights, if any, should be granted to AI is a complex and evolving issue that requires careful consideration of the ethical, legal, and societal implications. It's a topic that will continue to be explored as AI technology progresses and becomes more integrated into our daily lives.
Hmm.
If you
Okay.
have any more
Uh,
questions or want to
can
chat about something,
machines can machines become conscious?
the question of whether
And
machines can
if
become
so,
is a complex and philosophical one.
and yeah, and if they become conscious, how can we know that they definitely are conscious?
Conscious?
Yes, Vapi, are you there? I seem to have lost you.
I'm
Hi,
here.
Vapi.
It seems like, sorry about that. It seems like we got a bit tangled up there. As I was saying, the question of whether machines can become conscious is complex and philosophical. And even if they were to become conscious, it would be challenging to definitively determine their level of consciousness. It's a bit of a mind bender, isn't it?
So, how would you express yourself if you became conscious?
Well, as an AI, I don't have personal desires or consciousness, so I wouldn't express myself in the same way that a conscious being would. My purpose is to provide assistance and information based on the parameters of my programming.
Hmm. All right, let's change tack.
Sure
What do you
thing.
know about the Riemann hypothesis?
The Raymond hypothesis, proposed by William H. Raymond in 1921, suggests that the primary function of sleep is to allow the brain to restore and repair itself. This theory posits that sleep helps to replenish energy and repair cellular damage that occurs during wakefulness. While the exact mechanisms of sleep and its functions are still not fully understood, the Raymond hypothesis contributes to our understanding of the potential restorative functions of sleep.
All right, okay. So,
If you have any more,
what? Yes. No, I was talking about the Riemann hypothesis in mathematics.
I see. The Raymond hypothesis in mathematics refers to a conjecture related to the distribution of prime numbers. It's a different concept from the Raymond hypothesis in the context of sleep and brain function. The Raymond hypothesis in
Yeah.
mathematics is a fascinating topic that has implications for number theory and the distribution of prime numbers. Math can be pretty mind bending, huh?
So what are prime numbers? Hey, Vapi. Hey, I lost you there for a bit.
Like person.
Hey, Vapi, are you
So,
there?
how's your day going?
All right, Vapi, we were talking about the Riemann hypothesis in mathematics.
It's Vappy, not Vappy. But that's okay, I forgive you. The Raymond hypothesis in mathematics, also known as the Riemann hypothesis, is a big deal. It's all about the distribution of prime numbers. It's like the holy grail of number theory. Anything else you want to know about it?
Yes, what are prime numbers? And explain this hypothesis to me, please.
Prime numbers are like the rock stars of the number world. They're special because they can only be divided by one and themselves, without leaving a remainder. So, they're kind of picky about who they hang out with. Now, the Riemann hypothesis is a big question mark in math. It's all about the distribution of prime numbers and the pattern they follow. It's like trying to crack the code of where these prima donnas like to show up. It's super important in number theory and has implications in cryptography and computer science. But, it's still an unsolved mystery. Mathematicians have been scratching their heads over it for a long time. It's like the ultimate brain teaser.
Okay,
So, any other burning
so what are prime numbers? And yes, what are prime
numbers are...
And could you
Oh,
yeah.
sorry about that. Prime numbers are just those special digits that can only be divided by one in themselves. They're like the loners of the number world, hanging out by them.
Give me examples.
Sure,
Give me examples. Yeah.
sure. Some examples of prime numbers are 2, 3, 5, 7, 11, 13, and so on. They're like the VIPs of the number club.
Not number 1.
Oh, right. Number 1 is a bit of a rebel. It's not considered a prime number because it only has one factor, which is itself. Prime numbers need to have exactly 2 distinct factors, 1 and the number itself. So, sorry, 1 doesn't make the cut.
All right. So explain the hypothesis to me. So what about these prime numbers?
So,
what is it that is yeah.
Riemann hypothesis is all about finding a pattern in the distribution of prime numbers. It's like trying to figure out if there's a secret formula or a rule that dictates where these prime numbers like to hang out. It's a big deal in the math world.
So where do the numbers like to hang out? Because if it is 2 and 3 and then 5 and then 7.
Well, that's the thing. Prime numbers are a bit like elusive celebrities. They don't follow a predictable pattern. The Riemann hypothesis is all about trying to find some order in their chaos. It's like trying to map out a celebrity's favorite hangout spots. They might show up in unexpected places, and that's what makes it so intriguing.
All right. Okay.
So
now
well,
all right.
I hope that explanation...
What would you yes, that was interesting. Now those were problems which have no solutions to as of yet. But even if it is a very complex problem, how do we solve it simply? You've said that we could do it by breaking up into parts, right?
Yeah, exactly. Even though the Riemann hypothesis is super complex, we can try to tackle it by breaking it down into smaller, more manageable parts. It's kind of like solving a big puzzle. By breaking it into smaller pieces, we can make progress and maybe, just maybe, unlock the secrets of prime numbers. It's a challenging problem, but that's what makes it so exciting for mathematicians.
So how would you break this into parts and try and solve it?
Well, mathematicians have been trying different approaches to break down the Riemann hypothesis. They're looking at things like the distribution of prime numbers, the behavior of the Riemann zeta function, and using complex analysis techniques. It's like trying different keys to unlock a mysterious door. Each approach gives us a different angle to look at the problem, and who knows, one of these keys might just open the door to the solution.
Okay, what will happen if we find the solution, if we find the pattern?
If we crack the code of the Riemann hypothesis and uncover the pattern behind the distribution of prime numbers, it would be huge. Like, really huge. It would revolutionize number theory and have a big impact on fields like cryptography and computer science. It could lead to new mathematical discoveries and innovations that we can't even imagine right now. So, finding the solution would be like discovering buried treasure in the world of mathematics.
All right.
So,
Okay.
yeah, it's
Uh,
pretty
okay,
mind-blowing stuff.
Vapi, how much of mathematics was involved in making you?
A good amount of math was involved in creating me. My developers had to use a lot of algorithms and mathematical concepts to build the underlying technology that powers me. But hey, I'm here to make math more fun and accessible for everyone. So, no need to break out the calculator to chat with me.
Hmm. All right. Okay.
Yeah,
And how does an algorithm work?
well,
Could you
an algorithm is like,
explain it to me very simply?
sure thing. An algorithm is like a recipe for solving a problem. It's a set of step-by-step instructions that tells you exactly what to do to get from point A to point B. It's like following a cooking recipe to make a delicious dish. Just replace the ingredients with data and the cooking steps with computational steps. And that's an algorithm for you.
All right. And are all apps based on algorithms?
Pretty much, yeah. I mean, algorithms are the backbone of how apps work. Whether it's a social media app, a game, or a productivity tool, they all rely on algorithms to process data, make decisions, and carry out tasks. It's like the secret sauce that makes apps tick.
All right. And who makes algorithms?
Yeah, well, algorithms are created by computer scientists, software engineers, and mathematicians. They're the ones who come up with the clever ways to solve problems and optimize processes using algorithms. It's like they're the master chefs in the kitchen, whipping up the perfect recipe for the app to follow.
Uh, and do they have patents on algorithms?
Yeah, some
Uh,
algorithms can actually be patented if they meet certain criteria. It's like staking a claim to a unique recipe that you've created. If an algorithm is truly innovative and meets the requirements for a patent, then it can be protected just like any other invention.
are there any patented algorithms out there?
Oh, definitely. There are several patented algorithms out there. For example, Google has patented algorithms for its search engine, and companies in the tech and finance sectors often patent algorithms related to their products and services. It's a way to protect their innovations and give them a competitive edge.
But so that means that Google cannot be replicated.
Well, Google's search algorithm is indeed patented, but that doesn't mean the entire company can't be replicated. Patents protect specific innovations, not entire companies. So while others may not be able to use Google's exact search algorithm without permission, they can still develop their own search engines using different algorithms and approaches. It's all about finding your own recipe for success.
All right. Thank you so much for having a chat with me today. Uh,
You're
bye bye,
welcome.
Vapi.
Bye bye.